Hi guys, okay, so I'm doing my review really quickly for Free Fall. This is the sequel to Gravity by Sara Cate. This is book 2 in the Wild Boys duology. So this is a very explicit book, and it's for like, literally I would say 20 and older. It was really good, I really liked it, and it was very spicy. So it technically is about Hannah and Nash Wild and Ellis. So they get into this very interesting love triangle, and it literally is a love triangle, not like Twilight, but like a triangle, if you know what I mean. So literally like they become a throuple. If that bothers you, I don't recommend reading this, but it was just, I like reading like interesting dynamics, just to see like how the author makes it play out. And this was very interesting. Sorry, those noises were like the fridge because it's so hot, and I only like the fridge lighting really, so you just have to put up with it. Sorry. So it's 3 different POVs. Oh, this is what the book looks like. So the spine, the back, and then how it looks like that. Yeah. So if you remember with Gravity, we left off with Nash and Alistair and Sara. So they were like the love triangle in Gravity. And then now it's about Nash, Hannah, and Ellis. So Ellis was a business partner that's been around Alistair's life for a while. So he knows Nash, and they've been like friends. And after everything that happened in Gravity, Nash took off to Amsterdam to focus on like some business stuff over there. And he meets, again, obviously it's not for the first time, but he meets Ellis over there, and they end up doing business together, but more than that. And then Nash realizes that, this is all flashback by the way, Nash realizes that he's attracted to Ellis a lot, and so they end up, I guess, kind of being boyfriends for like 9 months, but at the same time they were involving girls into their relationship, like to hook up with. Meanwhile, they had a relationship together, if that makes sense. And then Nash just couldn't come to the realization and the acceptance of himself liking men. And so he just like blew the whole thing up, came back to Del Rey, which is the island. He meets Hannah there, which is Zara's friend. Hannah is a former ballet dancer who is, I guess, traumatized by like the fact that her mom is so controlling and has tried to control every little aspect of her life. Literally forces her to do ballet all the time. It just makes her feel bad when she's not doing ballet. And she's literally 29. Okay, so her mom is like still controlling her. And so she gets into this love triangle with Nash and Ellis because Alistair, which is Nash's dad, who is now married with Sara, and they have a kid from the first book, from Gravity. Alistair sees that Nash still hasn't healed from Preston, which is Nash's brother, death, or whatever is going on. Like he's like not healed, right, internally. So he figures what better way than to just distract him with Ellis. Meanwhile, he doesn't really know what's going on with Ellis and Nash, but he kind of, towards the end of the book, figures out that they were like, you know, hooking up. And so he hired him for work reasons to help with Nash in the business, but in truth, Alistair really hired Ellis to come to the island to, I guess, heal Nash in a more relationship type of way. Sara didn't really know about this until she ended up meeting the 3 of them later, and she got like little hints that Nash really likes Ellis, but that he's like ashamed to say so, or ashamed to come to the realization of that. And so that's really just the dynamics that end up happening. And somehow Hannah is totally okay with hooking up with both of them and actually being in a relationship with both of them. Spoiler alert, but they end up all getting married, the 3 of them. Not legally, but like they all changed their last names to Wild. to fully commit to this. And then there is a very kinky and spicy scene at the end that makes Nash like fully submit to Ellis. And it was really just like a bridge to get Nash to let it all out and cry it all out, and to fully accept that he is a bisexual man, and that's just what he is. And to just stop feeling bad about it. Like, it's really not the end of the world. There's like a million other bigger issues that need to be dealt with, and you coming out as bisexual is like literally like the lowest tier in that, like, in terms of problems that the world has. It's not even a problem, but like, you know what I mean, like they see it as a problem. So that's that. And I thought it was written pretty good. I read it in like 2 days, so it's a pretty fast read if you can commit to just sitting down and reading it. I really enjoyed it. I don't know if I'm going to read other books from her. It's not that I don't want to, like, I didn't find anything bad with the writing. It's just that I still have a TBR, a physical TBR now that's building up, and I'm like, I need to get through it. I need to read The Love Hypothesis. I need to read the My Fault, Your Fault, Our Fault trilogy still. I still need to read The Trials of Apollo, the box set, because I have it. And then in October, I have scheduled already to read A Court of Frost and Starlight, as well as A Court of Silver Flames. I have the box set because the 6th and 7th book come out in October. Well, 6th book comes out in October, and then the 7th comes out in January. So I want to be like ready for that. Do you know what I mean? And I want to freshen my brain. And then somewhere in that, I need to read the Odyssey. I've read it before. I just don't remember anything about it, honestly. I read it in school. And then what else do I need to read? I still need to read like The Road to Reality. It's this like giant book that I recently got. And then also the Reality Transurfing, steps 1 through 5. That's like a ginormous book too, also because the print is very small. I don't know when I'm gonna get through those. And then I have 2 giant comic books that I bought, and then there's one pending, Justice League Dark, the omnibus, which is coming soon, maybe in like a week or 2 to me. There's just like so much in the TBR for the rest of the year still, so I'm just like, I don't even need to buy another book. Like, I already have enough for the rest of the year, I think. Even though I've been kind of going through them much faster the past couple weeks. So I don't know, TBD on what book review is coming next, but I don't think I'm going to do a Sarah Cate one for a while. Like, I don't know, I just don't find interest in the other ones as of yet, but maybe I'll find something. She has a lot of books, so I'll probably end up reading one of hers at some point, but I thought this duology was really good, and I don't know, it's maybe making me realize that, I don't know, like, it's a tricky conversation. A lot of people don't believe that you can love 2 people at the same time, but like reading books like this, I'm like, I can see where it can go wrong so easily, because it feels like one person is always going to have a better dynamic with one over the third. Like, it feels like someone's always going to be third wheeling, but I don't know, like at the same time, I feel like you can like 2 people at the same time a lot to be in a relationship, but I don't know, it's just like, it's tricky, and I think it depends on everyone involved in the party, if that makes sense. It just depends, but I feel like at some point there might be a breaking point where one person's gonna feel left out. Like, I don't know how they balance that. It's just wild, hence the name of the duology. So I don't know, I really like the duology, and in a way I kind of felt like Free Fall was better, but in a way I also like Gravity a lot, because the dynamic of that is very, very forbidden. So that's my review on this. Have a great day, guys. I don't know when I'm gonna have the next review. I don't even know what it's gonna be, but just stay tuned. Bye, guys.